Hey friends, how's it going? Ash here with Gents. Hope that you're doing well. So the other day I was just walking around, aimlessly like I do. And I looked over into the collection here, just peering into it. I saw a bottle staring back at me. And I smiled and thought to myself, man, that's a cool name for that fragrance. That's literally just the entire idea behind this video. We're gonna be talking about some fragrances with names that are so cool, it should be illegal. Sometimes it just gets boring when you look at a fragrance bottle and it looks back at you and says, Lom, Womo, Om. Yeah, cool, very interesting. Sometimes you want a name with a little more panache to it. So let's jump into it and check these out. Now, of course, these fragrances are going to be pretty much all indie and niche fragrances because when it comes to designers, the name game is not their strong suit. I feel like I need to start off with this one because this has been one of my favorite fragrance names forever. It's from the Mark Buxton Perfumes collection. It's called Sleeping with Ghosts. Unfortunately, this has been renamed now. It's called Dreaming with Ghosts. Why would that be, I wonder? Probably because lots of people looked at this and were like, banging ghosts? That sounds cool, man. It's a deep meaning, dude. Metaphorical, metaphysical. The ghost is your regrets. You gotta sleep with it, you gotta live with it. Leather, vanilla, vetiver, and quince, some of the notes in the fragrance. It's got a bit of a creamy feel to it, a bit of sweetness. Really like the way it smells, but more than anything, I like the name. And this one as well, I love. And I've talked about this one before. It's Cinemaniac from Zyrina. Zyrina is one of those quirky brands that I love everything about, and their fragrances, for the most part, are pretty tough to wear. I love the way this fragrance smells, but it is absolutely a novelty kind of party trick fragrance. One of the ones that you bust out and you hand to your friend, have them smell it, and you just stare at them. Right? I told you, dude, right? Popcorn, Coke, and licorice. Coca-Cola, not the other kind of Coke. Supposed to smell like a movie theater. And it does. It's so quirky, it stands out so much, and the box art is super cool. Comes in what looks like a VHS box, and then on the front it's got kind of like the Crypt Keeper almost, about to power own this lady watching a movie. Yeah, Cinemaniac is sick, love it. After that, how about this one? Bloodflower from Parfums Cortana. Just the name, kind of emo, a little bit dark. Bloodflower. Like a guy that listens to Cradle of Filth, listening to black metal or something like that, and you say, do you like flowers? Can you enjoy them? Yes, as long as it is a blood flower. Anise, rose, licorice, and amber, some of the notes in the fragrance. It does have a metallic, kind of bloody feel to it. The whole Parfums Cortana line is cool though, because all of them are based off of different poisonous flowers and botanicals. Great Halloween stuff. For sure. Quality on them is good as well. So 2 thumbs up. Keeping with that kind of dark tone with the next fragrance, let's go with Serge Lutens, Cannibal. What a name. Imagine not knowing a ton about fragrances, just that you like them. You go into Nordstrom or wherever has Serge Lutens, and you go up to the counter and they hand you this. Yes, the name is Cannibal. You will enjoy it. I did print this out, this little write-up from the house. The cannibal is famished. How can we mention him without a reference to love? It leaves a vibrant acidity on the nose and on the skin, reminiscent of the floral vinegars of 18th century France. It's quite a pricey fragrance, but the quality is absolutely there. Not going to be as wearable to a lot of people, but with the name like it has, that's kind of expected. For some reason, that name just turns people off. I don't get it. Really is a wonderful fragrance, though I don't wear it really ever. Now a fragrance from January Scent Project. This one is called Vaporocindro, and I love the name in all of its made-upness. It almost sounds like a roller coaster at Busch Gardens. Actually, what I think of when I hear that name is, and this makes no sense, but Tempesto, which is a roller coaster at Busch Gardens, Williamsburg. Vapors and cinders. Ooh, sounds potentially dangerous. And this kicks. This fragrance is awesome. It's different. It's complex. It's green. It's floral. It's spicy. It's got a fruity tartness. I just realized it sounded like I was asking questions. It's green. Yes, okay. It's woody. Oh, Again, it's going to be a fragrance a little divisive to some people, but I think it is awesome. Very different from the mainstream. Well, that has Cindro, which makes me think of cinders, something burning. So from there, I'll go to Burning Barbershop from DS and Durga. DS and Durga has a lot of fragrances with cool names. It's a house I like a lot. Some of their fragrances work better for me than others, but on the whole, I hold them in high esteem. So this one is supposed to smell basically like what it says on the front. It's a barbershop fragrance with a twist, and that twist is the barbershop burned the frig down. Oh, classic barbershop. I like those. Oh my God, it's reduced to rubble. Oh, there's no one that survived. Lavender mint, vanilla citrus with that smoky tinge. I like what it does. And this one I got to feature. I love the house. I love the whole design, everything. It's from Fort and Manley. Confessions of a Garden Gnome. Also, what's up with the type that they use the font? That's like the American Horror Story font. Suddenly, Confessions of a Garden Gnome just got way darker. I also lovingly refer to this as Confessions of David the Gnome. And that really dates me. Yeah. Everybody under the age of probably 35 has no clue who David the Gnome is. Back to this though. I love the little design, the metal plaque on the front, super cool looking. The name, very different. The gnome. Why is he there? Who is the gnome? What is he confessing? The gnome is sentient. What has he seen? What horrors have befallen his eyes? Another interesting green fragrance with bits of florals and citrus interspersed throughout. It is a great scent, though from this house I do typically lean more toward their more ambery fragrances. And then Lone Star Memories from Tower Perfumes up next. This name makes me think of Red Dead Redemption. Lone Star Memories, a cowboy kicking it by a fire. Leathery, herbal, smoky, very masculine. This is almost like one of Tower's secondary hits. It's not the absolute pinnacle of the line that people hold up, but it's right there and it has a big cult following. And I get drawn into names like this, Lone Star Memories. It's like evoking a time and a place that I've never been to, but I would like to experience. And you've captured a little piece of it, the smell, and just popped it into a bottle. So one of my senses can be transported somewhere else. And the name helps paint the picture for me. Kind of following along with that general idea, the next one is Memoirs of a Trespasser from Imaginary Authors. Really though, could have been a bunch of different ones from the house, because a lot of them have cool names that maybe don't mean anything when you just read the name itself. Because if you present a fragrance to somebody and you say, well, this one's Burning Barbershop, they could say, oh, Burning Barbershop. Okay, like I can piece together in my head pretty easily how this might smell. If you hand them Memoirs of a Trespasser, they don't have anything to really go off of. How does a memoir of a trespasser smell? Exactly. I don't know. Like a book? Because it's a memoir? Thankfully, they always put the notes on the back here for you. So you can say, no, it actually smells like Madagascar, vanilla, gaiac wood, myrrh, bergamot, benzoin resin, ambrette seeds, and of course, oak barrels. This is one of Imaginary Authors' best fragrances. Easily in the top 3, I would say top 2, if not the best. I am a sucker for vanilla though, and if you like vanilla, especially one with a bit of smoke, check this out. Last but not least, from Floraku, Between Two Trees. Love the presentation. The name, a little bit mysterious. That's what I like. If you know nothing else about the brand, just the name is all you see, Between Two Trees. You could take that a lot of different ways. It could be very dark, foreboding. You between two trees, what happened there? Are you hiding between two trees watching something? Or is it something a little bit nicer? Between two trees you go through and now you're in this great peaceful glen. One thing with these fragrances from this house that I've never been a huge fan of is how the top, when it's like this, gets absolutely suctioned on. So you have to really give it a good yank. This one has grapefruit, mate, and vetiver as some of the notes in the fragrance. It smells fantastic. Just the right amount of sweetness, offset with a little bit of an herbal touch. They are quite pricey, so that can be a little bit of a drawback. But I love the presentation, love the way they look. And also, most of them have very cool names. It's kind of like Imaginary Authors. There are a lot of ones that you could put into this list from this house. This one they have for sale at twistedlily.com. Guess what? Code GENTS10, save yourself 10% off the entire website. All the fragrances there, GENTS10, 10% off. All right, friends, that's going to do it for me. All these fragrances, I think, have awesome names. And I would love to see some names like this filter into the designer world, make things a little more interesting, spice things up a little bit. All right, guys, I'm going to take off. Thank you for hanging with me. Thank you for your support. Stay safe out there. I'll see you tomorrow with another fragrance video. See you guys later.